Welcome to another episode of You Suck. I am your host, Vlad V.
And I'm Joey.
And today we are going to go over Periphery's new song, Atropos. A trampoline?
I think it's the Greek mythology. Atropos.
Indeed.
I looked it up before we started the video.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. No, I just knew that shit.
I thought you were mispronouncing the name originally. I thought it was like apropos, but
I did originally
Atropos.
because I didn't know what I was talking about.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, well, that makes two of us. I typically do not know what the fuck I'm talking about, but let's go ahead. And do you know anything about Periphery?
I think I have maybe heard one or two songs.
Okay. So it's like really obnoxious prog math metal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it sounds like the Meshuggah album Nothing, like everything else does, which I can't stand. I love Meshuggah's first.
Everybody wants to be Meshuggah.
Dude, I loved Destroy, Erase, Improve, Chaos Fear, the EP before that called None. Then they came out with Nothing, and I thought to myself, well, this won't catch on because this isn't any good. And then
This sucks.
probably 25 years later, that's all I need. That's the riffs now. It just sounds like the fucking guitar cable's broken.
Yeah, leave it up to the layman's to completely. That's the shit they get. Is the most trite bunch of bullshit where you're like, all the musicians are like, God, this is garbage. I can't believe they did this. And they're like, all the normies are like, this is amazing. I finally get it now. And you're like, no, fuck off.
I remember reading
It's
something the
Metallica
other day.
all over again.
I always read the comments like, Meshuggah's old records were just too thrashy.
Yeah,
this new the gent stuff is what I'm really into.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, so you hate all the shit where they were hungry and they cared about what they did? Oh, okay.
I mean, hey man, Thomas, what a drummer, right? But can we stop with the gent? Probably not. Let's find out.
Let's all right. Find your center, realign your chi. Okay? Open mind. Let's do it.
Gent sucks. This can't be an 8-minute song.
Oh God. You better be good.
Don't look down below. We'd rather stay. In a moment of pacified fantasy. Shall we do it? Don't say it's nothing more than a love like that. Gotta chase somebody. Isn't it funny how much better we seem to get along when we're face down in a place where we belong?
That was a nice little chord change.
Where do we belong? Pieces falling pieces, I can feel it. Every time I close my eyes, I can feel it in my brain. Pieces falling pieces, I can feel it. Every time I close my eyes, I can.
Initial thoughts?
They're genting their asses off, but it's actually they've got some chords in there, nice little chord progression in there, and they're tuned down. That's got to be like a 8-string guitar, 9, 10, why not?
Who knows?
But I like this better than what Periphery stuff I know initially because it's I don't know, it's a little bit more. Sounds like they're trying to really write a song here. I kind of dig
Right,
that.
it does. I don't know what they're going to do for 8.5 minutes and where this is going to go, but I'm interested. I'm already kind of eating my words a little bit, talking shit at the beginning of this video about Periphery.
Well, you're a fan though, right?
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that I think a lot of people can't appreciate about us and maybe don't get about this channel. judging by some of the comments. We're haters, but we're haters from a place of knowing, and we're haters from a place of a lot of times when we know a band is compromising themselves to maybe sell more albums or something like that. We're coming from a place of like tough love when it comes to music, and it's kind of a running joke that we hate on everything because that's what musicians do, is like they hate on other musicians, and there's this kind of mutual understanding that we're all trying to make each other better. Like we're breaking balls is what we're doing, and we'll do that to each other and be like, man, that new song you wrote really fucking is terrible. What are you thinking? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we'll preemptively apologize for shit. We're like, we know it's a little softer than, or you know what I mean? Or we know it's a little math metally, but to get back to the thing, I'm really kind of out on the effeminate singing, but Spencer's kind of there. He's a fucking phenomenal singer. Like, he's incredible. Have you ever heard his range?
Yeah, he's got a hell of a
fucking
range.
Spectacular. The fact that he can still have that clean, you know what I mean, kind of voice, because a lot of singers that sing the way he does is as all over the place. He's all like screaming death metal screams, crazy high pitched scream, beautiful singing, beautiful harmonies, and being able to do that after being on the road consistently for how many years?
They've been around for a while, 15 years-ish.
Very impressive.
15, 20 years they've been around.
Yeah.
He's obviously got good technique, or he wouldn't be able to do that anymore.
He's clearly trained.
And I really appreciate his ability. I think his overall voice is just a little too high pitched for me, so
Right.
it gets a little whiny for my taste.
Well,
maybe not even whine. I don't know what it's not really whiny. It's just I've never really been into the high pitched vocalist kind of thing.
Right.
Like I don't know, it just doesn't sound good to my ear.
See,
Now,
to me, it's not.
Is he a good singer? Oh yeah, definitely.
To me, it's not. It's not that it's a high pitched or a higher register so much as that it's effeminate. And there's a difference. It's like the inflections that he's using are girly, and politically correct or not, I just don't like that. I don't like it. I like a dude to be a dude, and you can sing high like Axl Rose, as obnoxious as that can be. Like, that's not an effeminate.
Yeah, he's
high.
a little Bieber-ish on this song, isn't he? Isn't that's kind of a little Justin Bieber here?
No
Let's see if
cracks.
we can-
No cracks.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. That's what I'm talking about.
It doesn't have to be a reason. What's the point of taking bits and pieces away from my heart? You can blame it on the seasons.
So fruity. Even the way he's moving. It's like, come on, man. Pretend like you got some balls.
Yeah, dude, this is very. How old's this guy? Now I like that. That's
Yeah,
good.
that's great.
What he's got going on there.
See, I like this a lot. Hooky.
It's kind of reminded me of Incubus a little bit.
A little bit.
Oh, Justin Bieber's mad again. Drummer's killer as always. That guy's a stud.
Sick.
Very, very good drummer.
Now that sounds like Meshuggah.
It sounds straight up like Meshuggah.
Like shameless.
Yeah. but like 20-year-old Meshuggah, man. Can we not move on from this? No, we can't. We can't. We obviously can't. All right, production-wise, thoughts?
I think it's great. I think it's great production-wise, and it's also easy to keep Spencer in his own bandwidth because he sings high, and when he screams, it really cuts through. So it's easy to produce when you're not hogging the same space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That guitar is super low. His voice is high. Those drums go right down the middle. I like it.
I would like to see bands like this maybe explore maybe more natural drum sounds, because everything these days is so sample replaced that it becomes completely homogenized.
You think it sounds like a drumagagi?
It does, but I know that guy can play that well.
Right.
So I know.
But it's all triggers, and it's like every hit is the exact same.
They'll take the mic'd sounds in the studio and then almost erase them completely. I know that guy knows how to get good drum sounds. He knows how to tune.
Presets.
He knows how to hit, and he's a terrific player. And I would like to see actual acoustic drum sounds used again. I don't even know if it would cut through this kind of music, though.
That's the thing. Because it's like the level of precision that they play with. It's like that kind of shit is distracting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The big bouncy shit that I like in nu metal is the stuff where you can have a lot of playroom. Like it works great with Korn.
Sure. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I was listening to something the other day where I could tell like each snare hit was a real snare hit. It had different, like he'd hit it a little bit harder sometimes and a little less. And I think you lose a lot of impact when you're using this broad, this exact precise thing. Every hit is the same, because when the song goes soft, it needs to be chill. When the song goes hard, it needs to fucking, and you can feel that energy. But when you just use triggers, it's not.
Yeah, too much compression, and the velocity of every hit is the same, so it removes the dynamics. But I don't. Here's something else too. I don't know if anybody's ever going to put the gun down, so to speak. Like every producer, every label is going to want their drums to sound as big and clear and clean as everybody else's. They've all got the gun pointed on each other. Nobody's going to put it down first, because if they do,
a Mexican standoff.
I think everybody's ears that don't know the difference are going to be like, "Hey, why do these drums sound like shit?" And you know,
But people don't think it sounds like shit. People don't know the difference between a real kit and an 808s. They don't fucking know, and that's the problem. Is the common listener doesn't give a shit, and probably feels like it's intrusive when it's got variation.
Probably it might take away their concentration. Like it would just come out of left field and sound like nails on a chalkboard. So we're probably stuck here. For this kind of music, we're probably stuck with. I think
definitely because they
want. But I will say that I've heard much, much, much worse. This actually halfway sounds like a real kit. Like you can make one sound that way. It's not going to be quite that clean, but you know, it's not one of the worst offenders I've seen. So hey, rant over.
Drum rant.
I got them all day.
Is that Charlie from Sunny?
Dude, I was thinking the exact same thing.
All day.
Some
I hate blast beats.
Yeah, I know you do. I like black metal, so yeah, I dig a blast beat.
They didn't wear it out though, and I understand the purpose it serves, where it contrasts and then it makes when you go from a double time to a halftime, it's that much more pronounced, and it kind of makes more of an impact. I get that.
It provides a lot of chaos, and then from the chaos you can bring order back and gives you a contrast. Right. And I guess when you have an 8.5-minute song, you got to have some chaotic moments and then bring it back to. I think the problem I'm having with this song right now is, where is it going?
Right.
And it's almost like I need some real contrast here. It just sounds like, if you not being a Periphery fan, to me this song sounds like a bunch of Periphery songs just kind of edited together that just happen to be in the same key.
Right. And in my experience, I'm not the biggest Periphery fan. I've heard a few of their songs, and it's kind of what they do.
For 8 minutes?
From my experience, their songs just, I don't know why people don't know how to write songs. There's a basic structure, and I get that people are trying to break out of that basic Beatles structure of verse, chorus, bridge, end with a double chorus. That's your standard song. And if you understand that, the human brain wants patterns. Pattern recognition. That's the way that our survival instinct is set up for pattern recognition, and we are attracted to patterns. That's what's catchy. That's what's hooky.
Yeah.
That's what gets you fans and gets people connected to you. So it's not like this big sellout point. It's you. That's what you want to do when you connect with your audience. You want to speak a common language, and pattern recognition is the universal language that we all have. And these bands are like, let's do 20 consecutive riffs in a row, none repeating. They had a great chorus there. I hope they go back to it.
There were some repeating parts here, but I feel like with the homogenized guitar sounds from beginning to end, and no dynamics, I have a hard time thinking, okay, is this the same part? I would imagine if you heard this song a few times, like a big Periphery fan, you want to sit down, you want to listen to this song, it probably, after 5 listens or so, then you go, your brain starts to make patterns out of, it's like a Rorschach test or something.
Right.
But right now, what I'm hearing is just like a conglomeration of like riff. Mm-hmm. A couple of the parts repeat, but the dynamics are straight across the board, man. So there's no up or down. It's just
right. It started kind of chill, and then it started building, and now it just kind of seems to be flatlining a little bit for me.
Yeah. And first time listen, 8-minute song. So
yeah. I will say this: we're 5 minutes and 40 seconds in, and it's gone by. It's been interesting enough to where it went by faster than I thought it would.
I'll agree.
By. You know what I mean? So so it is keeping my interest to see what's going to happen next. So
circle gets the square. Oh my God, do something.
I know, fucking. I like it, but it's Meshuggah.
trying not to be the villain today, but they're really pushing it, man. Let's see what they do next. I want to know.
Yeah, I hope it's something interesting.
Maybe this is it. Maybe
Here we go. Here we go. Just gonna ring it out for 3 minutes.
Sounds like Son O.
Okay, you didn't expect that. The piano?
Yes. All right, now this is interesting.
Okay.
Something like this would have been cool in the middle of the song.
Yeah, this is like a bridge.
I have a feeling this is going to play us out.
Yeah.
Well, there were parts.
Yeah, they definitely had
That
parts.
was a band playing stuff.
I thought they played very well as usual. We know.
Yeah, they're all
amazing,
terrific musicians.
amazing players. I enjoyed that. I would love to have the tracks to that and remix it into a song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of a sound collage, like I always say. But I'd rather listen to Periphery than fucking Tool.
Tool's new record is a turd.
Oh, God. I didn't, people, after Anemia, 10,000 Days and all that, I was just like, I don't care. I don't care. I've already done so much homework listening to Anemia and finally getting to like it because I was such a fan at the time.
Yeah,
that I'm
yeah.
not doing that again.
That was
I've already done my doctorate on Tool.
That was their last great record, Anima. Yeah, that was it.
I keep hearing the rest of them are great if you just sit down and listen to it 1,000 times, and I'm just not doing that. And I'm not going to do that.
They're not.
I'm not going to do that for Periphery either. Even though I appreciate them. Again, I love Spencer. I love his voice. I wish he'd get rid of that effeminate shit. I wish they would have taken that outro and put it in the middle.
That would have been nice.
As a bridge,
Mhm.
because then dynamically that would have built it up for that song to have somewhere to go. And I wish they would have taken that really cool fucking chorus that I think they did twice at the beginning,
Yeah.
and stuck it at the end so that it would bring it all together and put a bow on the motherfucker.
There were a lot of melodic parts kind of interwoven in the song, and I think it would have been interesting had they either started the song with all of the heavy dark shit, put the bridge in there, and then dark turns to light, and then
Right.
the last half of the song is the melodic part that you get this dynamic of emotion, maybe not dynamic sonically because the song is just all the way
Right.
through, just straight. Or you start the song melodically and the bridge hits in the middle, and then light goes to dark.
Right. And then it goes out pissed off.
Yeah.
Which is what I wish it would have done.
Yeah.
And done like a dark, angrier version of that beautiful chorus that he did at the beginning.
Yeah, it's
There was
kind of a callback.
There was exactly.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of room for growth. And if I had it to mix this song, it's got a bunch of great parts, but it's got a lot of throwaway parts in my opinion that I'm just like, I don't care. Like you should have left that on the cutting room floor. You should have put together a fucking solid song that makes sense. There was a lot of playroom dynamically in the choruses where they could have done what we just talked about. It just pisses me off, man. Stuff like this, when you have the chops and you have the talent and you refuse to put together the underlying structure that's going to make it all come together perfectly.
It's like, how much more gent could it be?
Right.
The answer is none. None more gent.
How much more blacker?
You
The
got
answer
it.
is none.
The answer
Oh,
is
so you
none.
can see your
None more
reflection.
gent.
You can see your reflection. No, that's the cellophane.
Smell the gent. Periphery. Smell the gent. The new record.
Yeah. On the 1 to 10, 10 being the ultimate in suck, and the 0 being a secret you rule. I'm gonna give it a 5 because I really liked the individual riffs, and I love Spencer as a vocalist most of the time when he's not being a chick. What do you think?
I'm going super villain today. I'm going to say this is an 8 sucks. And
Oh, wow.
the reason is
Easy.
these guys are all killer musicians. They know how to write chord progressions. That this dude knows how to sing. Badass fucking drummer. And all they can do is just gent their asses off. I'm
they
fucking tired of it. I've had it with this stupid ass genre. And guys that are this talented need to take it somewhere else, man.
Right. And you know, to play devil's advocate, I know there's going to be a lot of musicians watching this being like, you guys don't fucking get it. You guys just don't fucking get it because you're like old schoolers and, you know, you want it to be this. No, it's not. We get it because we understand music theory. And that's not how to write a song. Again, to my favorite quote when it comes to music, learn the rules like a professional so you can break them like an artist. And these guys don't know the rules. I mean, when you know your shit, you communicate on another level with artists that know their shit. And you're like, oh, I see what you did there. And they're like, do you? Show it to me. And you're like, it's right there. You did. And they're like, fucking A, bro. You have a different language because you're writing shit that nobody hears but other people that understand that. Higher order principles that are involved, that are not visible, that are not audible.
Mm-hmm.
And we hear that shit. You know what I mean? And when people don't know what they're doing and they're just relying on their chops, which they fucking have mad chops.
Oh, yeah.
But they're neglecting the structure that holds it all together. That's when we fucking talk shit.
And I'm sure Periphery fans probably love this. And if you do,
and that's fine.
What do you love about it? I'm curious.
Right.
Does it bother you that every song kind of has that same sort of riff style? I don't know.
And it's an effort to listen to. It's an effort. You can't just walk away from this song and be humming the tune and be like, oh man, I've had that Periphery fucking tune in my head.
Which one?
all
You know
day."
the one that goes.
You know the part. It's so hooky when it was like, yeah, when it did that. Oh man, I'm gonna have that. Like, I'm not gonna have that. Even if I love Periphery, I'm not gonna have that stuck in my head. I got to do work for it, and I don't want to fucking work for every single song I listen to. I just don't. I don't know anybody that does. Not currently, but I mean, like, I'm sure people do, and that's cool, and it makes you feel smart listening. Look how smart I am listening to this band. I figured it out. You can't. I understand trigonometry.
Mm-hmm.
Great. The one thing we haven't touched on at all is the video. What do you think about the video? I think I really like it.
In this day and age, with all the fact that videos are basically just digital now because they're easier to produce and not everybody has to even be in the same room anymore, I thought that was pretty cool.
I thought it reminded me of a movie called what was it called? Waking Life. Where
Don't know it.
I think they were all fucked up on like some kind of like DMT acid thing. And it was really interesting. The whole movie, they were like kind of like changing and morphing.
The video held my interest. It was good.
Yeah, I liked it. I really wish I could have understood what. Maybe we need to start reading the lyrics before the videos and everything like that, so we can kind of, because I can't understand the lyrics and what he's saying. So I assumed by the visuals it had something to do with the apocalypse or the you know, it was the beginning.
It's a common theme these days, huh?
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of played, even though it's happening in real life. Maybe we need to start having videos where shit works out. You know, just to be a little bit more original, because the apocalypse thing is really played out. But the video and the execution of the video was really cool. I thought it was very interesting and artistically, and you know, I'll give the video a 2.
Yeah, I'm with it.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
if you guys got any song suggestions, please leave them in the comments.
No more
and
Gent,
please. That's unavoidable, but we'll read through them, and if we like your pick, we might go ahead and do it in one of these videos. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next time. I'd rather listen to that than Tool. What the fuck is that? I like this better. Fucking bitch. Ooh.
It's going to be one of those kind of mornings, huh?
Yeah, it is. I'll cut this shit out.